Right guys, so welcome back to the channel. A few months ago you might remember that I bought myself a Range Rover Sport for £1,000. Now I found this on eBay, so we went down, we had a look at it and I was hoping for it to be an easy fix, but when we got it back it was a whole different story. After unloading it and putting it in my garden, turned it over a few times and it locked up on the spot.
Basically the engine turned over before. I just do the noises over the footage.
Yeah.
Whoop-pa, whoop-pa, whoop-pa. That's not funny nice. And then it stopped turning over, so
I've decided to build myself another engine. So today's video is a bit of an update on my Range Rover and just to let you know what's going on with it really. So the problem I had with the Range Rover was machine work on the head and valves. Now my valves weren't seating properly when you were trying to lap the valves in. So I had to wait for the engine machine shop to make a tool to sort out my head. And I'll explain to you what it is in this short little video now. Right, so the problem we've had here with these valves is when my dad's lapped them in, all that bit there is a full seat inside the head. So then we've had to get Steve to use this machine. Basically, you put the right size pin in the centre of there, obviously matches the valve, slides in. So before, that full seat there was sitting on all the way on the valve there, so it can't be pulled down any tighter. So now he's cut 3 different angles. You've got one angle at the top there, a secondary angle there, and then a third angle there. So has he got to then put another angle? Have you got to put another angle on that, or is that fine now like that? Or is it? Sounding it. So yeah, that's the problem we were having. That head sorted. Still got one more head to go.
Yeah, I've shown them in the old one, Liam. This one's pretty much the same. You see the way the wall pitted, so we've got to straighten it out with the fresh cutting it.
Right,
cutting the whole seat, that's what you've got to do.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's new seats.
Right, so like as you can see there, that one, you've got basically one angle to match the one angle on the valve in that one over there. So he's cut basically 3 lots of angles to make it only sit on. So where you can see there's like a 2mm ring all the way around. So you've got like a mil or so, then a 2mm ring and then a 2mm ring. So they're 3 different angles. Yeah, that's only got one angle on it. So when you seat them in, you're only meant to have not all that sat inside there touching. That's the issue. Basically, the heads have to be machined to a different angle to the valves so they seal properly and can always be sealed tighter. So that's done now, so hopefully tomorrow I'm going to start building the engine up with my dad. So hopefully by next weekend we'll have an update video for you. So while the car's been sat in my garden, I've actually had the car machine polished because it was looking rather tatty and had a couple of scratches in it that I didn't really like. So basically I got it machine polished just to see if a lot of the paint had come back to original and nice and shiny again. And as you want to see the difference, it's unbelievable.
night and day, innit?
Yeah. So after getting it machine polished, the only thing letting it down really was the headlights and the wheels, but I'm going to wait to get the wheels done till after I've had my engine built and I'll put all that back together. So for today, we're going to tackle these instead of buying new ones, and we're going to try and bring these back to life because they're basically sunbaked and they look absolutely terrible.
They look like they got a cataracts.
Yeah, they look worse when they're in the car. They don't actually look that bad now they're in here in this light, but you know when they're in daylight light, they're terrible. So Andy's going to run you through the basics of how you do this.
Right. So to do this, basically we're going to start flattening them off with sandpaper. Now our roughest grade's 800. We've got 1000, 1500 and 2000 grit. We've got a buffer and some compound. So obviously you start with the roughest one, rub them all down. You'll see on this one. So we've rubbed this one down and that's how it turns out. So it's gone from that to that. And then you go up in stages until you're at the 2000 and then we'll buff them with the compound and hopefully they'll come up like this new plastic. If not, we'll have to lacquer them. But it should be like new headlights when we're done. So this is not specific to Range Rovers either. This can happen on any car, especially if it's been in the sun. Usually older cars, they all just go sunbaked. So this is relevant to any car with faded headlights and anyone can do this really. Like you say, you could pick up a buffer for what, 30, 40 quid, something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, a bit of compound, bit of sandpaper. So each one of them headlights is probably 500 quid from Land Rover.
Easy.
So there's no point, you know. So it's worth having a go anyway. And we're going to start with the 800 grit.
And to be honest, without trying to do this, if you were to just try and re-lens the lights, nightmare. I wouldn't even bother. It's a nightmare of a job.
Some come off alright, but some are...
So to re-lens the headlights, I've got a shot of on my phone actually of, what did we do? The Scirocco, weren't it?
Yeah, headlight and chips.
Headlight, yeah, headlight and chips for tea. So what we're having for tea today is headlight and chips. So basically we put the headlight in the oven to soften all the glue that goes around there, to pull all these little tabs off to get the lens out, but it's just not worth doing. Just buy yourself another headlight, honestly. It's a nightmare of a job, isn't it? Right, so before we carry on with today's video, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to today's sponsor, OBD11. OBD11 is a great little tool to have.
It's like a little diagnostic tool that'll fit in your pocket.
So it's fully licensed with car factories, smart advanced diagnostics and customization tools.
So it's got official licenses for the VAG, BMW and the Toyota and Lexus groups. It means you've got maximum safety and full support from the factories for the latest updates.
It's not just a gadget, it's your ticket to unlocking your car's full potential.
With OBD2 functionality, basic diagnostics, engine insights and gearbox tweaks, OBD11's got your back.
So OBD11 is created and made in Europe, so you know you're in safe hands. So we wanted to plug our OBD11 reader into this BMW E90, but as we know, it only supports 2008 and newer, so I'm going to show you what it does on a couple of other cars.
So on this A5, we were able to put a G meter and a lap timer on the dash, which is cool if you want to take your car to the track.
So we also put the Seat Leon on a diagnostics and found out an over-revving engine fault. So with the one-click app, we were able to fit him a speed warning indicator on his dash, just to remind him when he's being silly. So we've also fitted them with the US-style turn lights. It leaves the indicators on and it looks pretty cool. And lastly, with my personal car, this Audi A4, I turned off stop-start as it can ruin my starter motor. And I also added a needle sweep, so every time I put the ignition on, my needles go.
So for other brands newer than 2008, it'll do your basic OBD2 diagnostics on your engine, emissions and automatic gearboxes.
So once again, I want to say a massive thank you to OBD11 for continuing to sponsor us and helping us through our YouTube career. We appreciate it a lot.
So we're just going to get to rubbing them down anyway. Get that on the stand and let's get rubbing.
Yeah.
Andy, over to you, mate.
Do your thing, boy! Right, so we're about at the end of the 800 grit here. Just going to give it a wipe down. And hopefully this will give us a bit more of an indication of how clear it becomes. So when it's all wet, obviously this is still rough grade, so don't take this as final product. You can tell it's better already. Need to get in that corner a bit more. So you imagine. Look, there's a lot less
cloudiness.
Yeah. If I look now, I need to a bit more there, a little bit more on this edge. Bit here.
Right in the corners, isn't it? It's a bloody nightmare. Like they're not a flat head like Range Rover. It's got like bubbles in.
So it's going to go cloudy again as it dries, but that just gives you an indication of what it's going to look like. It's much easier as well when you do it on a flat headlight. Anything other than the Range Rover one, really.
Yeah, pretty much. Like you see a lot of videos, don't you, of people going, oh, you use this bit of pineapple and WD-40 and then the back of an orange peel or something like that and give it a rub and then voila, they're done.
Yeah, you got to count to 3, don't forget that.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, ABC and all that and they're done, but they're all my ass. The best way to do it is literally 1, buy new headlights, 2, change your lens, or 3, what we're doing.
If they're this bad, like you say, you can just buff. They've just got a slight mist, you can just buff them. But when they're like this, you've got no chance.
Everyone is the same.
Some 80 grit there, lad. This is taking a
piss. Rub through the plastic.
Right, needs a bit more of a going over, but that's it after 1,000. You can tell it's a lot more uniform now and not patchy. Still, you've got like that little bit down there that needs a bit more. There's a bit there. But on the whole, you look at that now, compared to what it was, 100 times better. But we'll keep sanding, and then we'll buff them up. Over and out and all that.
Right, so that's 1,000 grit all rubbed down in both lights.
Just going to give it a quick wipe over with a damp cloth. Just again so you can see how clear it's gone. Or how clear it hasn't gone, one of the two.
Yeah. They are much better.
Yeah. So, next step's 1,500.
Yeah, that's the 1,500 grit sandpaper done. Much better.
Oh yeah.
Even just feeling them is loads better.
Ah!
Riff that.
You can't say that.
It's a dodgy riff that.
That's better.
Yeah, even just feeling the lights now, you don't feel any of the, you could feel the sunburntness quite bad. All that's gone now.
Sunburntness. I love you made up words, mate.
Yeah. What did you call it?
I don't know, it's not sunburntness. Right, so yeah, last grade now, 2,000. Gonna give them a proper good rub down now with this. And then hopefully we'll be at the stage where we can just buff them back up. Oh, nearly come up with me on that.
We've got them all rubbed down, flattened off with all the different grade sandpapers. So you go from 800 if they're quite rough. Ah, it smells lovely that. What's that?
Don't know, it's compound.
Smells like Frutella or something.
Not a bad smell, one.
Anyway, you go through all your different grades. Go through all your different grades of sandpaper from 800 to 2,000, finishing on like 2,000. You can give them a wet flat if you want, but they don't really need it, they're alright. And then now we're just going to get some compound on, buff them, and they should be crisp for neat.
Yeah, we're not professional buffists.
No.
So.
Fling polish
Yeah. Are we wetting this?
Did you give us a speed one? Is it thingy? Yeah.
Let's put it on the slowest.
My dad said I've got 2 speeds on mine, fast and fast.
Lovely. Your dad's as an angle grinder with a buffing pad,
Yeah,
isn't it?
probably.
Should we wet that a bit?
H2O in here.
Where's the high quality here? Yeah, I'll do, otherwise it'll get fucking...
Be flinging far and wide. As you can see, it's not our compound.
Fuck yeah! Right, I'm gonna hang this off the edge of the front. Let's see how this does.
If the lights are really bad, sometimes you do have to, if this doesn't work, you do have to re-lacquer the lens, but
yeah.
9 times out of 10 they're normally alright, aren't they? Yeah.
So we'll give that a quick wipe down now and then just check it and probably do it again. To be honest, 1,000,000 times better. Okay, go around here and have a little look.
It does sound like 1,000,000 times better with the rubbing. Oh yeah, just fresh them, aren't they?
I mean, that's not proper done yet.
Sanded, flattered, not polished.
Got a reflection, lad, look.
Yeah.
Put them in the camera. But yeah, we are going to go over these again. But look at that. There we go, there's the one. Right, so we're just going to give this one another quick going over. Just to any bits I've missed, and then we'll move on to the next one. Because although it's looking 100 times better, it's still not the shiniest yet.
Yeah, it's still a bit dull.
That was only a quick go over, wasn't it? So we'll do that. Need you to hang that over there. Now never let these get too hot either and run on the corners. If you get on car bodywork when you're buffing the body, these are called swage lines. If you hit them and rub over them too much, it'll literally take paint off. So you've got to be, not quick, but just be careful.
And light, don't push too hard either.
Yeah. I'm gonna call that sort of done. Apart from a polish. Like a million times better these.
Yeah. Isn't it?
They're acceptable in your Range Rover now.
Oh yeah. They look fresh because my back ones are spanking.
It's not brand new, but it's sort of new.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, compared to what it was, they'd have failed an MOT.
Yeah.
How they were.
Definitely.
Because it obstructs the light beam. So we've made them passable, and he hasn't got to buy new headlights.
So we've still got this one to do. Now you can see. Rub down.
Polished.
Polished. Well, compounded in it really, but you could probably still give them a bit of a polish with like a Maguire's or Auto Glim or something like that, just actual normal polish.
That protects it, yeah.
Yeah, they protect it and they come up a little bit more shinier, but they do look good as they are. I'm happy with that.
Right guys, so we knocked out the next headlight and this is what they're looking like now.
You ain't no discussion, look, it's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my cloth, they tug it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my cloth, they tug it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play?
Right, so there they are, all done. I reckon Liam's made up with them.
Yeah, same as a few quid really.
Yeah, 100%.
The car will look fresher with them in because the front end looked really old looking just because they were like that. It'll look newer to say.
Yeah.
Especially with my private plate on.
Yeah.
Bloody brand new this thing.
Yeah, so Jack, one of the lads, has machine polished it and it looks clean now, and the headlights really let it down. So headlights are done. I think he says he's got a little private plate so you don't know what year it is. And yeah, it's gonna look a lot cleaner, tidier and newer. There we go.
Just need to talk different in the wheel sheet.
Yeah, just tell him to give him a shout in one of the videos. Biff, come on.
Dead cheap, man. They're gonna need a good bit of file on. Like.
Yeah.
Give us a minute. I'll do you an outro in a sec. Just waiting for Yon to stop grinding stuff outside.
Yeah, there's an outro coming, Jono. Just hang on. Stand there next to your lights. Yeah.
Right, so if you've enjoyed today's video, and I hope it's been helpful for you to tackle something like this yourselves, save yourselves a few quid, because it's always nice saving a bit of money in it. So yeah, if you like today's video, please give us a like, subscribe, and leave us a comment.
You can also follow us on Instagram and TikTok.
See you in the next one.